I'm Brianna.
Katie.
Welcome back, or we should welcome ourselves back to my clippy broke, so I'm gonna have to hold. Sorry. um, we took a break over summer. We wanted to be with our kids and just focus on family time, especially after our grandma's death back in May. So we wanted to just grieve and process everything. We're still grieving. It's not even 3 months yet since she passed. And we had birthdays and graduations and all that stuff. Our kids are back at school as of today, so we can come back.
Yes, we can.
So today the topic is social media, the pros, the cons for adults, for youth. One of the biggest things with social media comes with a con of cyberbullying, and we'll talk about how that affects our kids today.
Yep. Are we starting with kids or are we starting with adults?
Well, first off, I think we should talk about like the social media and how it's changed since our childhood.
When MySpace was a thing?
Well, I'm just saying, like, in terms of everything, because even with my youngest niece, she's been in TikTok videos and stuff, and we didn't have stuff like that when we were kids. We literally played outside or played inside and watched TV and stuff. And I think we had a better childhood for it because bullying and stuff couldn't follow us home unless they were a neighbor.
Yep. The only bullying that happened was the people that you hung out with.
Yeah. And it's changed so much, whether for kids or for adults. I think relationships were better before social media, whether it's family relationships, friends, your romantic partners, because social media can cause a lot of issues. Yes, you're free to express yourself, but unfortunately, these days it can get very negative. Our dogs are probably going to interrupt us, especially our male dogs. Sorry. But it also with dating or even in marriage, if you're going through a rough patch and you feel like you're not getting what you need either physically or emotionally, it's so easy to go on social media or on a dating website or a hookup website and you're cheating on your partner or anything else. And a lot of times you're not going to really get what you need from that other person. And people are just so quick to get divorced and do all these things due to it. So I think that's about covering our personal opinions.
Well, I mean, like, and then us growing up, when the internet did come out, we were products of going into chat rooms. They don't have very many chat rooms now. A lot of it is,
unless it's connected to like
Roblox, Fortnite, online gaming in general. Like you can, like, you don't know who you're talking to if the person is who they say they are.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the kids come into, even adults having issues with oversharing their personal information, taking people at their word and everything at face value. And it can get really dangerous really fast. I mean, back in January on just the street we live on, a girl the same age as our two oldest girls was taken from a sex trafficking ring type of thing. And luckily they found her on a train in like Colorado. But it's really scary to think about because
kids don't really know any better. Like, I mean, of course, us as adults
teach them stranger danger and online safety, but doesn't mean they listen to us. We didn't really listened to our parents, but we also
skirted that line.
Yeah, 100%, where they go right over it and go about 100 miles past that line.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our personal opinions. Now we're going to go into like the pros and cons for youth and then adults, and all of this stuff.
Okay, so for youth, access to information. They can sit there. This is what you sent me. It was under youth, unless it was this one.
No, those are the adults. These are the pros. But okay, so go for youth first since you started that one.
Well, you said youth.
I said for both adults.
Oh.
Sorry. I said for both adults and youth.
Okay. So scratch that first one off real fast. For adults, combating loneliness, maintaining relationships, building new relationships, joining online communities, providing mental health support and resources, access to information. So I guess I could have left that one on there. Raising awareness, finding support, promoting mental health awareness, encouraging self-expression and creativity, sharing creative projects, expressing yourself, finding inspiration. I mean,
and I think where it's like maintaining relationships, I do think that social media is great for that if you have a really good connection with long distance friends,
family.
I mean, when I was growing up, I grew up for the first half of my life in Nevada. So I had family on the East Coast. I had family here in California. But you would only talk on the phone, or you could, when computers came around, emails and stuff like that. But my grandpa always wrote me handwritten letters, and I still have those from my childhood, and I absolutely cherish them. I loved it. That's not to say we didn't like call each other or do a weekly phone call when they called to check in with my mom, who was a single mom raising me alone. And it was still nice to get the letters. Same with like my brother was raised in Arizona with grandparents, so it worked out really well. And she said earlier, MySpace for our generation and stuff like that was really nice with my brother before he passed away, because again, he lived in Arizona. I could see the pictures he would post up about his friends, which is how I knew what they looked like at his funeral.
Well, yeah, like MySpace was a form of expression. Like you were able to change the colors, the background, the songs, all of the different graphics. Like, I mean, I think we could live without the top 8. That caused so many drama because like you could choose whether it was top 8, top 6, top 12, top 24, top 4, and it just caused so many issues.
Yeah, especially if you move someone from the first position down or something, it would be like, why did you do that? That was a pain in the butt. But it was Yahoo Messenger really was good at the end of my brother's life, because we would spend 12 hours talking at night, like just instant messaging each other. So that I
would know because I was up with her, and she would because you can maintain, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like
different windows. Yeah. So while I was instant messaging him, I would go over to another screen and instant message her. That was a lot. That was fun.
That's like nostalgia right there.
Yeah.
Like bring that back.
I do have an old desktop that I saved everything off of and put it on a hard drive. And I saved, once he passed away, because I always saved my messages, I literally downloaded all of our messages. So I still have those too. So that was nice.
Yep. For those who actually wanted them saved, a lot of people would have the option to, nope, let's not save this chat.
Especially if your parents would check.
Exactly.
Okay, you. Sorry, not sorry, our parents.
So, for you, access to information, self-expression and independence, creativity, improves social skills, learning, social connection, finding support, related articles on social media, develop communication skills, and just staying connected. A little bit of it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, for adults, it works well because a lot of our children are watching what we've done, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, all the rage with TikTok. I know with youth, it's like Instagram, Facebook, and like Snapchat and stuff like that. Like those are the bigger things for them nowadays.
Yeah.
I want to do the cons. Cons are the same for both adults and youth.
Cyberbullying, sleep
deprivation type of thing because you're not going to sleep because you just want to doom scroll.
Yep. Addiction,
Scrolling.
Body image, health problems, anxiety, low self-esteem, depression, exposure to X, Y, and Z,
like pedophiles and stuff like that, especially for kids or people who just want to do you harm. For adults, like with dating sites and stuff like that.
Privacy concerns. Once again, the kid, like, make sure the kids aren't putting their location out there, putting their number on their profile, like any way,
birthday,
like any contact information, even an email address, like all of that should just be private, because you can do that on, at least on Facebook, you can make that private.
And I like it with kids, a lot of them have like a preferred name, which is different than their first name. So they have those on their social media. So it makes it harder for people to actually find them because that's not their like legal name type of thing.
Privacy concerns, which we just kind of got into. Social isolation, depression. Ooh, nope. Exposure to bullies, harmful content, oversharing personal information. We touch base on that. Suicidal
ideation.
Thank you. And unwanted contact.
Yeah, those are really, really big and true because for the longest time, I think before I really got into reading, I would do a lot of doom scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. But now I don't do that. I literally put my phone down and I read before going to bed. But that could be worse for me because I'll stay up later with the books than I would with social media.
She does still doom scroll. It's less than, because I still wake up to new messages on TikTok and Instagram.
But the doom scrolling is a little bit different with that. Not so much Facebook, but yeah, I'll occasionally do that. But I
don't know. You spent a healthy amount on Facebook the other night.
I did.
Sending me food videos.
Rare. Oh yeah, the food videos because I like the recipes.
Hey, can't go
as
wrong
you
with
can
food.
see, I like my food.
I like my food too.
But the cons are very prevalent, especially with cyberbullying. Adults and youth both face that really, really big.
It's like, why can't you just scroll past it if you don't like what you see? Why do you have to be negative?
100%. And it's just a lot of it is either your romantic partners are bullying, like because of your choice in romantic partners, bullying you for your choice in friends, for if you're bi, gay, straight, poly, anything like that.
Just your image in general as well.
Your weight,
like what you post.
Image, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with the way I look. It took me a long time to love myself this way, but do I also know that I'm overweight and I can lose weight 100%? I have to get my health conditions underway and better because right now I can't do anything too big because I have neck and spine issues that probably need to have surgery on.
But hey, you're still working on it. You're drinking more water. You're eating healthier. Like, there's still stuff that we are both doing.
Yeah. That I'm taking supplements and stuff. So it's just about like slowly doing things and being better. But I had posted on my personal TikTok page of me in my swimsuit that I got this summer. And
she looked absolutely gorgeous. All of you that wanted to sit there and say all the negative shit, because it's just like, why are you tearing people down when you're supposed to be hyping people up? Like,
yeah, and the fact that adults can do that to other adults shows that it's okay for your kids to then do it, and you're gonna be the adult that is like, oh, my kid doesn't do that, my kid would never bully someone, yet you're the one also teaching them that it's okay to do that. So my kid has been taught that she's not going to do the first swing, but if you're going to be bullying her or her family or her friends, she's allowed to run her mouth until she pisses you off enough that you swing first, and then she's been told she has every license to finish that fight. And if she gets suspended, she gets suspended, but I'm still taking her out for ice cream. That's how it is. Like, you don't get to put someone in such a negative headspace, especially with kids, that they kill themselves. And that's in the United States, that's really prevalent. Like 1 in 5 kids, I think, if I remember the statistics that I found, experiences cyberbullying. And can you imagine, if I don't know how many kids there are in America, but there are millions. And for 1 in 5, that's insane. I mean, I remember I think it was last year, this, it went around on TikTok. There was a girl from the South, in the South in the United States, who experienced cyberbullying from like 4 girls to the point where she hung herself. And the mom went after the girls, with court stuff, and they tried to silence her and do all these things because one of the parents was like the superintendent for the school district, and it didn't work out in their favor, because everybody rose up against them, nationwide for that. It's insane to think about.
Yeah, because words hurt.
And the thing is like, we all grew up with the rhyme, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me type of thing. That's not true. You can literally, bruises will fade, broken arms or nose or anything else,
anything
will
physical will heal.
But words stick with you longer, and it's extremely hurtful because you can't take that stuff back. Even if you're not intentionally bullying someone and you're just saying something out of anger or because you're upset, if you go too far, you can say something
that you can't take back.
Yeah, and can ruin the relationship with friends or even with family members. It's because I know I pissed off my aunts on my dad's side, because my grandmother, my nana, couldn't care less about my brother and I. She was very much about her image to her friends and stuff, and say that she'd walk around with stuff from high-end stores, or at least the bags, but everything inside wasn't from high-end stores. It was from like Ross and stuff like that. It's just, and she didn't call us. She was very negative about my mom, like calling our mom a bitch and anything else, and trying to defend my biological father because that was her baby and her only boy, when my father was abusive, and not just physically but verbally and sexually. It was just really stupid. But I told my aunts, I'm like, she was never a grandma to me, and I hope she's not in heaven where my brother is, and I hope she's rotten in hell for everything she said about my mom and not being a grandparent to my brother and I because of our mom. It's just like, you don't deserve to be up there with how you treated people down here. You just don't. And that's my personal opinion. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
With that little off the wall ranting.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Random stuff.
Let's see. Okay, so 41% of adults and 95% of content creators have faced some type of harassment.
Online. Yeah, we see that. I see that a lot. especially on TikTok, it gets nasty.
Yeah, and it's just like, like, once again, like, they even say, if you don't like my content, keep scrolling.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the video.
Or like, it'll even, I think there's a little thing that where you can even put that you're not interested in seeing content like that. Why the negativity? Or you
can block them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to see that anymore.
Yeah, like, why do you just like drama? Do you like causing it?
Am I the drama?
I don't think I'm the drama. I can't remember the rest of that. But anyways. So then we can go to digital devices. 53% of the children in the US have a smartphone by the age of 11. 87% of children in high-income countries have internet access. 90% of UK children, 99% in Germany have access to multiple devices. We didn't have devices like this growing up.
Mm-mm.
It was literally the computer. Our computer weren't even flat screen.
And I think my first phone, I didn't get until I was 13 or 14 because I would be walking home from school and stuff. And I need to let my mom know, like, I made it home safely or do this stuff. But I had like the flip phone, and those were sturdy. Where you had to really work your thumb because
T9, bitch.
Yeah, hit those numbers and to get to the proper letter. It was that was the thing. Other than that,
yeah, I think I
didn't have anything.
I was a sophomore. I was 16 when I got my first phone. Mm-hmm. All of my communication was on the landline.
Yeah, I think mine was like a month before I turned 14.
And the computer, either that or my ass was outside. Like, I like playing outside. I like running around with my friends and coming in when the street lights came on.
Yeah, so did I. I love that. I wouldn't venture far from our apartment complex, usually in Vegas, but if I did, it was to go get like a little ice cream from the Jack in the Box or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, ours was the gas station, like down the street from the house.
Oh, or not Circle K?
No, it wasn't Circle K. It was called Chantry's.
Oh,
especially going into middle school, going there because they had like all kinds of Mexican candy, like the Lucas.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So like our lunch money was spent
before lunch,
before we even got to school. But I mean, but Circle K too. Like every once in a while, we would walk up to Circle K from my parents' house, and that wasn't that far of a walk. But we always went in groups. None of us always went by ourselves.
And in comparison, like my daughter was playing on an iPad, literally taught her grandmother, my mom, how to use said iPad when she was like a year and a half, 2 years old. Like she was able to figure it out and but that's also because my mom is not technologically inclined. Well, she can be. She used to be. But after the MS diagnosis, all that information went straight out the window, which is why she's married to my dad, my stepdad, my dad. Oh, she's yawning.
Sorry.
We've been yawning all morning.
Yeah.
First day of school, like I said.
Yeah, let's see. The demographics for cyberbullying.
It says about 16% of high school students said that they were electronically bullied from like the last 12 months.
Girls, 20% experience more online bullying than boys at 11%.
Mm-hmm. It's not just the age or sex that makes a difference, at least in the United States. African American teenagers aged between the ages of 13 and 17 are about twice as likely to experience cyberbullying or any type of bullying compared to their white or Hispanic counterparts.
Yep. The results of one report found that the LGBTQ plus students experience cyberbullying at least twice the rate as their heterosexual counterparts, 20% compared to 13% as of
27. She kind of mumbled that.
Sorry, didn't mean that. And then as of June 2021, 35% of transgender youth, 13 to 17-year-olds, have been victims of cyberbullying.
Mm-hmm. And we went over the causes for cyberbullying already. Like I was saying, the most popular social media platforms for adults: Facebook at 69%, YouTube at 57%, Instagram at 45%, TikTok at 33%, and X, or formerly known as Twitter, at 30%. Where
Oh, did X take over Twitter?
Yeah, when Musk bought when Musk bought Twitter, he changed the name from Twitter to X. Did you not realize that he likes the letter X because his other thing, SpaceX?
Well, no, like I have X on my phone,
yeah, Twitter,
but I didn't know that I didn't know it was Twitter. You really like. I get you literally learn something new every day.
And she doesn't pay attention to news, anyways. Like she's very much, she stays off news because news can be really depressing.
It can be.
And then the most popular social media platforms used by teenagers: TikTok at 38%, Snapchat at 28%, and then Instagram at 23%. So those are the places where anybody can experience cyberbullying. It can also still, for adults, continue on to email platforms and stuff like that. It's still very, very prevalent.
Depending on how toxic the bully is, it could be they know your number by heart. They can do. There's different apps out there that you can use Wi-Fi text messaging. Like there's so much ways to get around, to continue the harassment, to continue the bullying. I mean, even like the school emails that the kids get on their Chromebooks
because you can share Google Docs and stuff like that, and you can also delete the Google Doc, and then by the time you want to report it, the other person who is bullying you can delete it, and then you don't have the evidence unless you're being very smart and like taking pictures on your phone and stuff like that to be able to be like, here, this is it. They deleted it though, but I have proof that this happened.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the time, since it's all connected to the school, isn't that something that they can, like, if they actually want to, that they would be able to bring it up?
When
all that stuff happened,
when that happened 2 years ago, technically they're supposed to even have code, like keywords like suicide or stuff like that.
They do, because I mean, at least for our district, because remember when Joey was writing her story, and when me and husband had date night, and I got that phone with Paris and his wife, I got that phone call from her principal saying that, you know, she was writing a story that had self-harm and suicide in it. And I got a phone call from the principal's personal number.
It was supposed to be like that for Ricky's old school district, but that didn't actually happen, which is why it was such a pain in the butt.
I'm so glad that they're both in the same district now.
At the same school, 100%.
That too, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like her being our school system.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Yeah, sorry. Our school system here is better with stuff like that, especially with bullying and harassment, especially with with Joey and her being bullied and
her gets bullied too.
Well, no, I'm talking about like when she was in middle school, they took it very seriously for 7th and 8th grade.
Ricky's first middle school did not. I literally had to do a lawsuit against them. We'll probably cover that topic later. I had to do a lawsuit against them, and then she finished the other half of 7th grade and then 8th grade at a different school.
Yeah. So we don't take kindly to bullies, or you know, and we obviously and no matter how many videos we've had, we take mental health very seriously in this house.
100%. I even, unfortunately, you know what? Not unfortunately, I have no problem posting on social media, or even my shirt that I have saying, When it comes to my kid, I will gladly like smile in my mugshot. Don't like you can't
Fafo.
yeah, don't mess with my kid. And even growing up, I was the one person. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't care about me, but the second you bring up my friends or my family, then we got
you toast.
Yeah, rock 'em, sock 'em. But yeah, I really don't play with my kid. Not at all.
She's just as bad when it comes to me and my kids.
100%. Well, Ricky's a little bit more, but definitely they're
well, yeah.
All three of them are a close second.
Well, I'm a close second, and then it's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that, but I know that's not how it actually is. But it's okay.
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Once again, I know where I stand. It's okay.
My babies. All right. I think that's all for right now. That was a heavy topic again. Short video this time around, just so we can get something out there. But we're extremely tired. We normally, at least for summer, we shouldn't have been doing the sleeping in part, and getting extra sleep or staying up late, because guess what? First day of school has completely wiped us out, and it's only
11:05.
11:05 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, Western Standard. Wow. See, I told you I'm tired. It's okay. I need to take a video one day of us driving, because especially if it's early in the morning, because she'll be zoning out and she'll pass everything she's supposed to do. Go to.
That was just this morning. I don't always do that.
Again, no comment. Okay. Thank you for tuning in.
We appreciate you guys.
I'm gonna get bullied after this.
Bullied. You ain't gonna get babied is what you're gonna do. Is what's gonna happen.
It's bullying.
That's not bullying.
She just said she hated me. She just said she hated me.
Where did you get "I hate you" from that?
Because you're not gonna baby me.
Once again,
she doesn't love me.
You guys have a wonderful day, night, whenever you see this.
Thank you. Oh, oops. Damn it. Stupid. Sorry, call came in. We're going to bleep that part out too. Like she said, have a good one. We appreciate everything. And we'll be back next week. Stay tuned.
Toodles.